ranting about things. I like ranting about things that are funny, bad, great, whatever. I just like I just like talking shit, honestly. And I found one to talk about straight away. It's called... Let me find it again. Because I'm actually in the comic right now, so... Let me get the fuck out of here. Let me go to their actual main page. Can I get there? Oh, fuck. Me and Webtoon. Nothing makes sense. In here. Here. Athena Complex, that's right. And it's fantasy. Go back to the hot guy! Yes, there's a hot guy. This is Athena Complex, and it's apparently about Athena. And I could say this, you know, just a good old webtoon about wanting to fuck your uncle. You know, normal stuff. Let me actually bring the mic to my face for this, because I don't want to do this. So, okay, so we're talking about webtoons. I don't want to do this away from my mouth, so here we go. We're talking about webtoons, good, the bad, the ugly. This is one that I didn't particularly like, and it's kind of bad, but it's funny in a way. And, you know, the good old normal trope of webtoons of wanting to fuck your uncle. Good times, good times. Yes. This is the general concept of this is Athena wants to fuck her uncle, Poseidon. So suffering from heartbreak after being rejected by Poseidon, her uncle, goddess of wisdom Athena becomes human to seek revenge, but as a high school boy. Okay, I want to point out here in this that Athena looks like a boy, and that's why Poseidon says they reject them, because they're masculine. And Athena's genius thing to get revenge is to reincarnate as a boy to get Poseidon's reincarnation, even though the whole reason they couldn't be together was because they looked too much like a boy. I'm not saying it's not very wise, but it doesn't seem like a big brain move. There she plots to befriend Poseidon's reincarnation, Adrian, who doesn't have the slightest clue about the world of gods, but will her sweet vengeance be thwarted by other opposing forces, or will her own one-sided love hinder her plans? My main point is this: I read this first thing, and it's kind of dumb at the beginning. Next to, I do like Greek mythos in general, but the idea that Athena would want to fuck her uncle Poseidon is dumb, per se, based on the mythos. But another point in this, in chapter 1, in like literally chapter 1, they point out, for some reason, Poseidon raised Athena as his child. Like, this was a choice that they mention here, that Zeus let Poseidon raise Athena. This is not a thing that happens in mythos. The writer chose to do this, and then still want Athena to fuck Poseidon. Why? It's like such a dumb choice. If you wanted the whole, like, Greek tragedy romance, why would you? Why change that? And this is our girl, Athena, here. This is what Athena is supposed to look like as a girl. Well, that's Zeus. Close enough. Okay, I'm gonna find Athena here for you guys. Here. And Poseidon, there's Poseidon, as you'd imagine. This is Athena. And Athena looks like a little boy. That's, like, this is one of the upsides of this. That's Aphrodite. Hello. Hello, my lady. Okay, also, why does our background look a bit dull? Let me look at display capture and see if we can fix this. It looks a bit dull. Pog. Yeah, exactly. Blushy? Okay. There we go. We need to force SSDR for some reason. It was like that. But that's... He uses, like, Aphrodite as an example of his perfect woman here. Fair. And this... Look at the foot, though. Look at the... Okay, calm down. But this is our Athena. One, they look very young. That's not like a big deal per se. But look, they look like a little boy. And Poseidon's thing is, I'm not in love with you. Yeah, of course, I noticed the feet. I'm not in love with you, and you're like a little boy to me. And apparently that's enough for Athena to want revenge, because he said no to her, which is a bad plot to begin with. Because he just leaves. He's just like, you're not a woman to me, bye. Which is fair. And we're supposed to root for her revenge here, because she's gotten rejected by the man that raised her. They mentioned just down here, let me go down here. You'll regret that. Like, look how pissed she is because she regrets it. Like, and it's kind of implied this, like that. She's like, you in your prime, even though she was born a woman. It's amazing how much she resembles her father. I do pray your decision to accept Poseidon's request to raise her wasn't a mistake. Why? If this whole thing, because it's obvious they're going to set up that Poseidon actually loved her and they're going to be a romance. I've only read a couple of chapters so far. Why make the choice that he raised her like his daughter? If the whole end game of the story was them to bang. Like, I'm all for, like, Greeks are weird. Like, the Greek mythologies, they were banging people left and right, whatever. But, like, why? Why would the author choose to do this? Like, it's weird enough she wants to bang her uncle, when Athena never particularly liked Poseidon in any of the mythos. But then to say Poseidon raised Athena is also very odd, just to, like, double down on the incest. And that is, like, my biggest problem. Next to it, it's not very good. Like, the plot isn't good. The story isn't great. The whole idea of her reincarnating is a bit bleh. Like, the art's okay, though. I like the art. And, of course, they were the Greek gods reincarnated into Seoul, Korea. You know, as they would. They were reincarnated into the country that doesn't believe in them. And they're all reincarnated as Koreans. Very... It's like as bad as when it's like they're all Americans. But yeah, it's a time. But my main problem with this, it just seems like instead of just choosing not to make it weird, they were like, let me double down on the incest. So... I'm going to double down. So Athena Complex should really be renamed Incest Complex, in my opinion. And I swear, Webtoon is becoming the new fanfic.net. Yeah, incest with a father complex. Yes, exactly. It's like, okay, Webtoons weren't always like that top written, but Webtoons is becoming the new fanfic.net, but with art. Like, also, we get this cool, hot Poseidon at the beginning. This is him now. Like, what the hell? Yeah, no dad bod, dude. You get this cool-looking Poseidon, but now we get this dweeb. And she's still in love with them. Like, look at that. I'm gonna get my revenge, but, ooh, I like him. So it's like a basic reincarnation one. It's not the worst thing I have for sad, but I feel like they like double down on the incest for absolutely no reason. Like, even the comments picked up like how weird this is. If webtoon.net readers pick up that your concept is weird as fuck, your concept is weird as fuck. Look at this. That awkward moment when you're in love with your uncle. Tell me why Athena is a hotter guy than Poseidon. Truer things have never been spoken. This is not hentai, this is a romance. This is just a romance. Poseidon, it's called boob equality. Every boob is perfect, just the way they are. It's because at the beginning he literally says she has no boobs. There. I understand this isn't accurate. It most definitely is not meant to be. Even the Percy Jackson is very inaccurate. However, chill, people. If you're going to talk about accuracy, then why don't you look at the original? It's not about accuracy per se. It's just like when you take a concept that's already very weird and you just go, I could make it weirder, bro. I could do it. I have that power to make this weird. I love this. Aphrodite's eyes say bedroom, but her legs says hospital. That is another thing that I find very funny that they changed here is Athena is actually Zeus's favorite. Correct. And that's why he finds it annoying is that she's like very strong and stuff, but she's his favorite. He's always his favorite. And they in the just randomly making Poseidon take care of her is just random as fuck. And it just screams the author might have some daddy issues, honestly. I think it's the daddy issues complex, honestly, and that's what I don't like about it. It's just like obvious daddy issues. And that was what I was sharing today on Webtoons. One day I'll share one that is actually good, but I randomly picked this one out of it, and I don't think it's particularly good. I don't think it's the worst thing I read. The art's okay, but I will definitely... Daddy issues, probably a VTuber. Very true. As a VTuber, I should know what daddy issues are. We all have them. Wait, can you have daddy issues but not have a dad? That is the real questions. But I will, like, insert here after I read more about it, like, what my final thing is. But I stopped around 2 or 3 chapters in because I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. Calm the fuck down. Maybe it's get better. Maybe it does get better, but and you can leave comments below if you think it's continuable. But I'll leave my comment in the top comments of if I thought it was continuable as I continue on. But my instinct is to ditch after 3 chapters, honestly. That was my instinct. That was my incest. That was my instinct, was to ditch after 3 chapters. Why do I insert a word I already said into what I'm saying? Why? Why does my brain not work? But yeah, this is what the new channel is about, pretty much. Loom. I just ranting about comics and movies and stuff about how dumb they are without actually being a review or not. It's just randomly ranting about random things, not actually if they're good or bad. I'm still waiting for an update for Bubblegum Pop. Get the fuck out! Talking about bad comics, there's the errand comic I did 4 years ago that I only